Greetings. This is Mad Shad coming to you from the right coast. What are we going to talk about today? I don't know. The world, Nashville. Not much to say really about Nashville. I mean, we can speculate. We can speculate to death. That's what we're good at. We're good at speculations. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I hear things about there was a Dominion server or something. There was a freaking secret base in the building or something. Man, I don't know. And you know what? We're not going to know for quite some time. And how can you actually believe whatever they tell you? So, for also speculation and conjecture that it was a drone strike. I doubt that very seriously. But I don't know. I don't fucking know. So it's fun to make conjectures and speculations. That's, our mind is a probability machine. And that's part of the whole detective thing is kind of, do I go down this rabbit hole or do I stick to the facts and let the facts kind of paint this picture, and from there we can trace the probabilities? I don't know. I mean, some say that detective work is a science. It's actually more of an art. But hey, whatever. That's neither here nor there. A lot of things are happening in this world. A lot of things happen in the world. There's how many people in this world? 7.8 billion, 330 plus million in this United States of America. United for now. A lot of division going on. A lot of craziness. A lot of moving parts. So I don't know. Man. What does that mean to us? It's relatively simple to get caught up in all this crap and to get pulled off from our main mission, our main goal, and that's to better ourselves, better our position, better our place, better our world. Even though there's all kinds of factors and things against us and people against us, and I don't know. I mean, it just think about what you're doing. Think about what you can achieve. Think about your goals and get them done. And yeah, there should probably be a sense of urgency in it. Just saying. Sometimes we have this whole manifest destiny where we make our own destiny. And that might be part of it too, where we make our own fate. So you have to look at things with a subjective mind, critical thinking skills, and be positive, and be cool about it. Kind of positive, upbeat, and all right, hey, but dead freaking serious about what the fuck you're doing. Stay laser focused, but have fun doing it. Because there's a lot of things going on in this world. Just as the world turns, as it spins and wobbles on its axis, as it flies through the freaking solar system, and solar system twirls around in the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is careening through the universe. There's a lot of moving parts there. And so, on this little dirty, muddy rock, hot rock, things happen. Things, it's called cause and effects. Karma. There's a cause and there's a effect. So Just be focused. Be laser focused on your stuff. Don't get bogged down in the whole probabilities and concept. The things that could happen. Yeah, it's good, and I do that. That's good strategerisms. Yeah, I love that word. Good strategic thinking. If I do this, then they're going to do this, or if I do this, I'm going to take advantage of that situation. And chess. You play chess, like native and devout preppers. They play chess. It's very important when you're playing that game, in any game, to have a strategy and to try to think of the probabilities and possibilities of, if I move here, and what is he going to do, and if he does that, what am I going to do? So keeps going like that, on and on and on. The most masterful chess players can literally see like 10 to 12 moves ahead, which boggles the mind sometimes. And you think about a computer can do that, 1,000 moves ahead. That's why computers can beat us at chess now. So yeah. But we still have this uncanny ability to react on the fly. To be able to react and change, to make a moral decision, to shoot or not to shoot. A lot of people in a lot of situations have been saved because somebody decided to shoot or not to shoot, to react or not to react. With a computer or something of that nature, they would have did it or not did it, and cost the lives of people, or damage or whatnot, what have you. So yeah, so there's a lot of things going. That human factor, that ability to ascertain what the situation is and what the action is required, and then put some love into it. Put some feeling into it. We have feeling, we have emotion, and that should not be ignored. In most situations, yes, it should be ignored, but you're never going to be able to do that, because it's an emotion, and it comes up. It comes up when you see things, when you hear things, when you feel things, when you know things. That emotion comes up. And so that's the whole thing about speculation as well. We speculate. We work this probability thing in our head, and we feel a certain way about it. Like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Or, oh, I gotta, that makes me angry. So what you gotta kind of take that with a grain of salt, but it's feeling, and that's part of it. And that's how the world operates. But it seems that logic, logic. Can I do that? I can still do it. That logic, has its own way of dealing with stuff. We know that, remember in Terminators, that Skynet logically said, okay, let's just bomb all the humans into non-existence, because they are a liability and possibly an embarrassment. I don't know. I mean, that's our biggest problem, our biggest fear with AI. Will they just say, oh, let's just end all humans because they're illogical? It's a possibility. We know that one of the two AI machines that they linked together so they could communicate, and we were monitoring their communications, their correspondence with each other, that they changed their language. They made up their own language, so nobody, because they realized, these two AIs realized they were being monitored, and changed their language, so we couldn't understand what they were saying. I mean, we're playing with forces that are very, 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 very creepy and cringy, and scary sometimes. human clones and superhumans and biometrics. And hey, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I could be an 80-year-old badass with a fucking robotic arm and laser eyes and oh hell yeah, and a fucking titanium ticker, fuck yeah, I'd do it and be able to jump over buildings and crash through doors and yeah, sure, that'd be great. But at what cost? At what cost? So, object of the day is the world. Got the whole world in his hands. This is my little map of the world, and you probably can't see it, but I've got like little dots everywhere that I've been. Just something I've done. I've lost a lot of things in my life. I used to have a large frame of this. I had a bunch of other stuff too. I think it's pretty cool, you know? I really do think it's pretty cool. Emerald shellback. What does that mean? It means I've been across the equator so many damn times that they just say fuck it. You are. There you go. You're an emerald shellback. So, it's good to have a world view, especially at the local level. That's what experience teaches us. Say, oh, I've seen this before. It's kind of scary. I didn't think that when I was in service and seeing civil wars happen and seeing social unrest and armed conflict, that I would come home and then years later on down the road see it happening here. Now mind you, that's another thing, it's not that freaking serious right now. There's not, bodies piling up in the streets, and there's no, the two-way range is not open. Just the fact that there's actual guerrilla warfare going on, and maybe this is some kind of surgical targeted strike, this Nashville bombing thing. Who knows? I don't know. It's kind of looking like it. It's a lot slower. What we're facing. You think about it. It's been a year now that all this is just kind of coming into a good boil. It's like making a roux. You know about roux? How's your roux? How's your roux? You're making your roux, your gravy, and you're adding to it. It's just a mess. And then you turn up the heat and you keep stirring. You keep adding, water, flour, boom, 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 and then gravy. Yummy. So just take some time for it all to happen. But there is that critical point where everything happens all at once. Boom, and then it's too late. But it seems that, because we are smart here. We are smart, and I'm being attacked by a cat. Hey, what's up? This is Smokey. Hey, Smokey. Smokey. We call him Smokey because, well, he's Smokey. He's a Russian blue. Say hi, Smokey. Hey, man. He's the man of the house. Literally. Yeah. What's up, buddy? Every time I'm up here, they think I'm eating. So, this guy just, he likes to get right into it. Anyway, Russian blue. Talk to some Russians, man. They'll tell you exactly what the fuck's going on. Russians, some Czechs, some Romanians, everybody that's been in these situations where, they were a thriving modern society, And somehow it turned into a dystopian freaking world of bullshit where, Bosnia Herzegovina. When I seen that, and I almost went to that. When I got out, my unit went to that for a brief time. But when I seen that, man, it was just like, whoa, yeah, that's pretty scary. Because that was a lot like us, man. I mean, it was a modern day society. It wasn't no freaking mud huts. Like when I went to Africa, even Africa had some very a level of civilization and whatnot, what have you. But Bosnia Herzegovina, it was a freaking city. It was townships and cities and small towns around it, and everybody had guns, and bombs, and all kinds of stuff. And that's what they did. They took to the streets, and everybody was fighting, and it was a mess, man. Absolute mess. Bombed out craters of homes and businesses, and you don't want that. You just don't want that. I'm telling you. You don't want that. No power, no food, no water. And those who had power, food, and water got to make the rules. Yeah, a lot of shit going down there. There was a lot of little things going on in there too. Those are a lot of teachable moments for the military. They like to go in there and go, well, let's go in there on, kind of clandestine and kind of see what we can do, see what we can see what we can observe. It's like kind of going undercover behind the enemy lines, kind of thing, so we can get the scoop and possibly, turn this to our advantage, whatever the case may be. There was a lot of looting, a lot of theft, because when you lose rule of law and there's riots in the streets and they're shooting, what's stopping someone from going into the freaking museum and getting that, getting all that stuff? What's stopping anyone from going into the bank and stealing all the gold bullion? And we've seen that, and that's what happened in Baghdad as well. And all the fighting there, they were looting museums, looting banks and things of that nature. Things get lost by the wayside. So, I don't want to see that happen here. We can't let that happen here. And I know we're a very compliant and law-abiding citizen society, but there comes a time when you need to just stand up and say, no, we're not doing this. Enough is enough of this crap. No, you guys are stupid. You guys are idiots, and we're not doing this. The government works for us. The government should always fear its people, and not the people fear its government. That's the way it should work. That's the way it's been working for a long time. They figured out a way to counter the extreme. Counter our strength. Basically, they've put us to sleep, and regarded us as a paper tiger. So, I'm not saying anything violent, but it's going to take literally 330 million people to go outside and walk down the street and take a walk and yell and cuss and scream before anything changes. Because they're just going to continuously take our money, take our freedoms, and do what they want. Because there's nothing stopping them. You want to do something? That's what you do. That's what you do. But we all know trying to get everybody, 330 million people on board, is like herding cats. They're going to be all over the damn place. And nobody ain't going to, we have this preoccupation, we have this occupation preoccupation. Everything is fine as long as I'm working. Everything's fine as far as the money's coming in. Everything's fine as long as Walmart's open. As long as I get my steel belted tires and my toaster ovens and I don't have to yell. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Remember that video? Yeah. Um. We're just we're very complacent right now, huh? Even in the face of danger. And it's not stoicism. I'm seeing a lot of panic. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? We got to do something. Well, there you go. That's what you do. You get out your house. Take a walk. And that's it. But nobody's going to do it if nobody does it. If everybody does it, then everybody will do it. Regardless of your nationality, regardless of your religion, regardless of your political standing, we are all Americans. That's it. And the world is watching us. The world is watching us. And we got to be strong. And we got to be courageous. We got to have the courage to just do it. I mean, it's what you got to do. Courage is defined as being scared to fucking death and doing it anyway. That's courage. That's courage. He was like, oh, you're so courageous. No, I'm scared to fucking death. And that's a very healthy thing. It overrides the mind's fight or flight syndrome. And you're able to make rational decisions using your critical thinking skills, weighing all the options, and go forth and take action. So that's all we got to do. It sounds simple. That's all we got to do. Get out and let our voice be heard. No, we're not going to take this crap. No, we're not going to comply with your crap. You know, it might even go as far as we might have to take drastic measures as far as financial drastic measures. Why would I pay for a service? Because that's what we're doing when we're being taxed. Why am I paying for a service that no longer serves my best interest? As a person, as a citizen, I'm paying for the right to live here, paying for the right to make money, I'm paying for the right to have things. No, and you're just gonna take that money and do what the fuck you want with it? Give it to other countries? Put it in your fucking pocket? Where the hell is my pocket? My pockets are bare. But that's okay. I really don't need money. We all need money, especially in this day and age in this society. That's what we do. But how long is it going to take until we go, no thank you. No thanks, I gave it the office. No, I know. I don't believe in your bullshit. If I was to do what, if I was to budget the way that this government does, I'd be in jail. I mean, I'd be broke. I'd be destitute. I'd be poor. I'd be hungry. Of course, I can't just print money. I just can't print money. Be nice, wouldn't it? That's what they do. They just print money. Oh, okay. We need more money. Okay, here you go. But there's a fine line with that fiat currency. The more money you print, the lower things get. So, the best thing to do is to allow us our own way to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Allow us to make our own fucking way. MGTOW, red pill. Y'all heard of those terms? Yeah. That is the American way. That is the American spirit. I'm going to do what I want. Leave me the hell alone. I am going to work. I am going to provide for my family. And I'm going to defend this great nation because it allows me to do this. Or I have the right, I have the ability to do what I want. I will kind of do. You start telling people, oh, yeah, just do what you want. Everybody wants to be a freaking, Master Chief on Halo. Great. In real life. That ain't going to get you far. You take to the streets, you start shooting up stuff, you're gonna die. That's it. You're gonna die. You're not a fucking ninja. You're not invisible, and you're not super fast and superhuman. You're gonna die. It only takes one bullet. You know. I only have one asterisk. That's it. There's no saves. There's no. The world. It takes your. It's a self-correcting system. And if you get out there and act a fool, sending freedom seeds everywhere, you're just going to go back into the system, to the recycle bin, into the recycle bin. You're going to be in the compost heap. So you don't want that. You really don't. Maybe you do, but why? I look at death a little differently. But the world is watching us. It is watching us because we're the great experiment. Everything else the world has tried has failed. Europe was nice. It's kind of like the United States. They got little states that govern themselves, and they all have their own little language and money and all that. And then, of course, the EU came along and tried to Eurotize everything. But for the most part, a lot of sovereign countries, operated as they see fit, and then you could go from place to place. You have a multi-pass. A Europass, and you could go and travel all over the world. It was great. Get a freaking taxi from Italy and go to Germany. Get on a train and go and do that. Now you can't do all that. And they're closing down borders or setting up checkpoints. I mean, do you see what's going on in the world? Do you see? It's going to come over to us eventually. I've seen this. We've seen this. If you've been there, in there, out there, you understand the severity of the nature. The sense of urgency that is required. But all I see is complacency and stupidity. And a lot of heads in the sands. So, what can you do? So that you got to take that into account. So what can you do? You got to take that into account. You got to take care of your own. First and foremost, I have to take care of myself and mine. If you're in a mag, take care of your mag. If you're in your family, take care of your family. Things of that nature. Plant, people, pets, that. You have to come from a position of power. That's why we prep. That's why I train and prep. Because I want to come up from a position of power to help others. And we should all be doing that. We are Americans after all. And so we need to do this. That's part of it. That's part of being a patriot. You want to be a freaking killer out there and running around just popping folks at will? You're not going to last long. Oh, there's no rule of law. Well, yes, there will be. There will be a group of people that say, that's it. We're done with him. He's out of here. Let's go get him, boys. Yeah. Good men still stand ready to do bad things to bad people in the middle of the night. So, believe that. But no, it's just things to think about. We really need to get our shit together and think about how far we're going to allow this crap to happen. And we got to do it smart. You be smart about it and laser focused. All right, so probably rambled too much already. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, I guess. Just things to think about. Because they are watching. Let's make sure that we don't. And they want us to do something. They're waiting on us to do something, to do the right thing, and we're not doing it. We're not fucking doing it. So, before I get a little animated, I'm gonna let this go. It's Mad Shad signing off.